You seriously haven't gone anywhere?
Not necessarily, Cooper. I think something's stalking me, and that thing may be him. As soon as I started working at the agency, I heard him everywhere I went. Reviewing toys is actually drawing him out.
Look, I'm not paying you for word of mouth. Unfortunately, I still need cold hard evidence proving your word is fact. You gotta keep funneling figures until he comes for you again.
Today we're going to be looking at the Tsukuda Hobby Rei Ayanami and Asuka Langley Soryu figures. Yeah, we're going way back to the 90s. These released when Evangelion was still airing, and therefore are based entirely off of the animation models of the characters in the show. And seeing as how the show completely changed my life, I'm a big fan of these. This 2-pack of figures is part of a larger line of Evangelion vinyl figures produced by Tsukuda. The special thing about them being that they're actually mass-produced, fully painted and put together versions of the model kits of the same characters Tsukuda made at the time, which are the exact same figures, just nightmarishly ripped apart. The box is awesome. It has original artwork of both characters in their respective poses, something I can respect the effort of making. It's big and old, but I really like having it. The detail on both of these is really good for the era they were made in. Every detail of their plug suits is sculpted into the vinyl. The overall paint job is somewhat limited, more so because the vinyl itself is what supplies the color for the most part. Let's take a look at Rei first. Rei looks like she came right out of the fucking TV. It's pretty damn accurate. The simplicity in the paint job complements the innately exaggerated and 2D art style of the show. She's kind of doing like a stretching pose. The anatomy here is very impressive for Fubi, and despite her tree legs, everything checks out. I'm glad they printed the eyes here too. Only genuine issue is whether you can accept the somewhat dopey expression she has. It's oddly static, unlike the rest of the figure. Same thing can't be said about Asuka though. The pose is energetic and cheeky. Very Asuka. The sculpt is better than Rei's. It simply has more of a presence than Rei does. Paint job is super clean, and just like Rei, the anatomy is out of this world precise. The soles of both of their shoes actually have very particular detail on them, something a little bit more visible on Asuka due to her pose. The hair is striking, as the tactic of using the vinyl's color to substitute the paint job shows its efficiency. Although also a little dopey, the angular nature of Asuka's face here fares far better and overall more appealing than Rei's. For 90s Fubi statues of these characters, they do remarkable jobs with keeping accuracy and detail. They don't sacrifice Yoshiyuki Sadamoto's art style. They come with pretty sturdy stands. Do they do much? Sorta. They don't really keep the figures in place well, more so just sloppily propping them up. It works with Asuka a lot more than Rei. Rei's legit is too large to support her in any capacity, so unfortunately you'll probably have to prop her up with something. These are big, so they won't really go with most figures. They do work as beautiful display pieces though, which is probably how anyone would treat these anyway. There's no articulation to speak of, so they're stuck in these poses. I got these on an import site, and although you can find them on eBay sometimes, it's better and overall cheaper to get them straight from Japan. Although since these are old, the glue on the necks is probably wearing out, so they're a bit wobbly. They should stay on though.
Get your hands off me, you little shit. What are you doing with your life?
What the fuck?
You're reviewing toys for fucking loser nerds that get no pussy. Is that what you want to be remembered for? In the 1,000-year history of mankind, bloodshed has been spilled upon the walls and floors of every structure made by the sapient civilization you call society. Millions murdered, while the animals you look down upon are simply ignorant of the chaos, ignorant of the horror, ignorant of the hell that is what humanity has done to planet Earth, the planet in the only solar system in our known universe to house any sort of intelligent life. All this for what? Land. Food. Sex. All for the carnal desires that you humans use as reasons to justify the belittling of the organisms lower in intelligence. You think just because you're aware you exist means you should have dominion over all you see? Human beings are the only species stupid enough to question, stupid enough to believe, and stupid enough to use said beliefs to justify things animals have been doing for millions of years. So what makes you different? Why do you insist on continuing to live a morally high life just for you to realize that all of your ancestors, all of your parents, grandparents, great-grandparents lived through wars and devastation, poverty, and oppression in the fucking Caribbean, just so your American ass can't sit and watch movies all day? It makes no sense. You make no sense. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a privileged cunt who, like the rest of his species, defies his animalistic bliss for a life of contradictions, atrocities, and hypocrisies. Damn you. Damn you to hell. Touch us, play with us. Prove to me you're the saintly trash you admit you are. Play with us. Play with us. Play with us. Play with us. Play with us.